It's time for the fourth ODI between England and Sri Lanka. The first game was a tie, whereas the second was an easy win for the home team. With the third being a washout, it will be very important for Sri Lanka to get a win under their belt in this game. But will they? Hello everyone, this is Shruti Chopra, your tarot reader. Along with me is our cricket analyst, Suneer Chowdhary. Hey, how's it going?
Hey Shruti, all's good?
Suneer, a lot more positives for England from that reigned off third ODI than Sri Lanka.
See, when you look at the names of David Willey, Chris Wokes, Liam Plunkett, and Chris Jordan, it's not a bowling department that will put you in a lot of awe of them. But what they do know is how to bowl in English conditions. And that's even when the ball has ceased to swing and the opponents are coming hard at you, which is what has happened in 3 games in a row. Every time Sri Lanka has gotten to the 30-40 over mark stage in this series, they have had a good foundation, but every time they have started to go after the bowling, they have stuttered and stumbled and spluttered to a score less than what they would have wanted at the end of the 50 overs, as somewhat of a below par total. And a lot of it is down to the discipline of these English bowlers, Shruti.
And who are the England players you will be looking forward to watching?
There's one player I'll be really interested in watching, and that's Joe Root. 3 Test matches played against Sri Lanka earlier this season. He scored just 87 runs, one proper innings in this ODI series so far, in which he was dismissed for two. There's an unbeaten 11, I think, in the last game. And this is of the bat of a player who has been the best across formats over the last couple of years, and one of the best in the world. In fact, he's been compared with the likes of Virat Kohli, Steven Smith and company. Josh Butler, the wicketkeeper, had earlier said in this series that ECB needs to manage the workload of players like Root, who will be playing across all 3 formats. And that was hitting the nail on the head, given England have a tough summer ahead with Pakistan waiting next. So, yes, I'd like to see how Root goes about in the remaining 2 matches in the series. Shruti, England have done a lot of things well in this series. The score is just 1-0, but they would be going into the match with a bit of an advantage, or do you think they'll be slipping up today? What do the cards say?
Well, I don't really see them slipping up so severely, but the cards give me a sense they may just be more cautious than required. I can't seem to find a glaring reason for them to do so, but such tactics could lead to some minor troubles. It's their batting and their bowling in the middle overs that could be unrealistic and faulty. Instead, they will need to stay focused on playing their natural attacking game. Other than that, they will manage some strong rescuing partnerships that will help their innings. Just one more thing, Suneer. England will need to improve their fielding effort if they're to back up some smart bowling during the beginning and at the latter end. Now, moving on to Sri Lanka, can they recover from the absolute mauling that they suffered at the hands of Alex Hales and Jason Roy in that second game?
They don't have an option, do they? 1 down in the ODIs with 2 to go, and with the Test series already lost, they know that it is now or never as far as this tour is concerned. And to look at the positives, Sri Lanka got both Hales and Roy out cheaply in the first ODI, and then had Hales dismissed in the 4 overs that were possible before the rains came down in Bristol in the previous game. They will look to take those positives and try to figure out a way to get better of these opening batsmen going into this match.
And as far as their own batting is concerned, who does Sri Lanka look up to?
Well, Sri Lanka batted first in all 3 matches so far and have seen their scores drop off consistently, scores of 286, 254 and 248. What's been interesting is that there have been 7 scores of 50 and above individually for them and not a single century scored, while 9 other players have got to at least 24 and not converted that into a 50. What Sri Lanka need is for one of these players to go on to get a big one, a big century by batting through to the end of the 50 overs. That's something that has been missing from the armory, that is having a batsman at one end, stable, anchoring the innings till the very end. So whether it's one of the 2 openers or Dinesh Chandimal or Captain Angelo Matthews himself, one of them needs to put their hand up and get a big one. I was wondering, do the cards have any advice for Sri Lanka to help them win the game? How will they go?
Oh yes, the cards certainly do have some advice for Sri Lanka. This has basically become a best of 3 ODI series with England having won 1 game. And as you said, it's now or never. Sri Lanka really don't have anything to lose. And this is where the cards strictly advise them to be more proactive. It seems as if they will be highly defensive in this game, despite showing some good promise with the bat. Bowling too won't be so bad, but again, they may just lack the ability to grab on to some gifted moments. Sadly, I'm finding them them unable to do justice to their skill set. Plus, their strategies lack direction. It's as if they don't know what to do anymore. It's a plan as you go approach, which may not be so wise. So if they can garner some belief, then they can always scare the English away. Suneer, what's your call?
Well, there's a high probability of rain around the Oval in London, which is why I will go with the team batting second to win this game. Also, to quickly add to this, this looks like a flat surface given it's a day-night match as well. So if we do have a full game or a near full game, then expect a high-scoring contest. You, Shruti, you would obviously go for England?
Well, England will give away some opportunities, but it shouldn't damage their cause too much. So yes, it's Tara advantage England.
As expected, Shruti. That's all we have for today, though. Do subscribe and do leave your comments. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, there's a mention of that in the description below. That's it for now. Bye-bye.